Afternoon, students. Welcome back to this computer science class. Categories of computers and computer languages. So this is the lesson what we are seeing so far, and we have a small recap of this lesson and we will continue the next heading. So already we have seen what is a computer. It is an electronic machine and it accepts the input and it will process the data and it will gives out the output. Okay, but computers will be classified into following major categories we have seen. What are the following major categories? On the basis of size, on the basis of type, on the basis of purpose, on the basis of generations. So these are the basis of classification what we are going to see in this lesson. The first thing, on the basis of size, we have seen the sizes of computers what we have, like mainframe computers, mini frame computers, microcomputers. In microcomputers we have seen so many categories like laptops, notebooks, desktop computers and tablet computers and so on. Now in today's session we are going to see on the basis of types. Here we have three types of computers. The first one is analog computers and digital computers and hybrid computers. Okay, first we will see about what is analog computers. So this is a type of computers that makes the continuous changeable aspect of physical phenomenon. Okay, so this type of computers, they are either electronic or the hydraulic devices that are designed to exploit these mathematical similarities between the physical relationship in certain problems to process their given data. Okay, for example, imagine that a computer receives the current as an input and which will convert this into an voltage and which may now be added or multiplied. Okay, and this will send again to the another devices for some specific reasons or some specific purposes. Okay, an example for these types of analog computers will be speedometer, analog clocks, and the tire pressure gauge, thermometer, and etc. So these are some of the examples of analog computer. Now in this picture you can see the type of analog computers what we have. Okay, and now comes the next heading, what is digital computer. Okay, so digital computer, as we all know, the normal modernized computer what we have, that is called an digital computer. So what this type of computer is doing means it is performing problem solving calculations. So this will solve the problems by performing some calculations, by dealing with some kind of digits, digit by digit it will solve. Okay, and how this digit will be entered or processed inside the computer means it will have only one operation. Okay, in that one operation they are consisting of two states of circuits they will be having. One is on and then the other one is off state. So on state will be have high voltage and the off state will be of having low voltage. So by using the binary number system what we have studied in the maths, yes, we all know the binary number system where there will be ones and zeros only. They will not have any other numbers. Instead of other numbers, we will be having ones and zeros. And this 1 stands for an on and 0 stands for off. Okay, and the speed at which the computer performs the simple act is an achievement of the modern technology. What these are doing, it is an achievement of modern technology. And some of the example is digital watches we have, and Apple Macintosh computer and calculators, etc. So these are some of the example of digital computer. Now in this picture what you are seeing is an example of digital computer. And next comes the next heading called hybrid computers. So this hybrid computers, it contains both the elements of both digital as well as the analog computers. So they are called as hybrid. Hybrid means combination of both analog and digital. Okay, and they are usually used for solving the problems which have a large number of complex equations. Okay, so this type of computers will be used for solving the problems in which the large number of complex equations are numbered. For example, devices used in petrol pump, and it is used in the hospitals to measure the heartbeat of a patient, and for the scientific applications, and for controlling the industrial process where it is available in the industries, etc. So these are some of the examples of hybrid computers, which is a combination of both analog and the digital computers. And now comes the next heading called on the basis of purpose. So here they have two categories, that is for general purpose computer, and the second one is called special purpose computers. First one, we will see about what is general purpose computers. The computers which are used for the general work, for general problem solving, so they are called as general purpose computers. Okay, and these are the multi computers that are available for solving a wide range of problems. Okay, and they can be used in various aspects also, like drawing, typing, calculating, designing multimedia functions, and as well as playing games also. For example of these type of general purpose computers will be like desktop computers, laptop, mini tower computers, etc. Okay, next comes the next heading called special purpose computers. And these type of computers, they are very dedicated computers designed only for the purpose of solving a particular type of problem. Okay, for example, you can say road traffic controls, the lights what we have in the road, traffic controls, they'll be having the signal lights for that, and robots, and even for counting machines. Okay, so these are the some examples of special purpose computers. And here comes the generation of computers. Already we have seen the tree diagram of what are the various categories of computers we have, and the next category will be on the basis of generations. Here we have 5 generations: the first, second, third, fourth, and the fifth generations. Let us talk about the first generation now. This is between the year 1942 to 1954, and this type of generation computers, they have used vacuum tubes, okay, for circuitry and for magnetic drums for the memory purpose. Okay, and taking up the entire rooms for this particular type, they use vacuum tubes. And comes the second generation. This type of generation computers, they uses the technology called semiconductor technology that came into the picture with the invention of transistors. So second generation computers used transistors. Now comes the third generation computers. This is between the year 1959 to 1971, and the concept of integrated circuit, that is called IC in short we will say, that came into existence. So third generation computers used IC. Now comes fourth generation computers, and this is a most important electronic device developed during this generation was the microprocessor. So this fourth type of generation, they used microprocessor. And now comes the fifth generation, the present generation computers and beyond it. So these type of generation computers, they are the devices that are developing computers based on the artificial intelligence. For example, making the computers artificially intelligent. Okay, and comes the next part called computer languages. Here we have types of computer languages also. we have two types in the language of computer. The first is low level languages and the second one is high level languages. Under the heading low level languages, we have two different categories, that is machine language and the next one is assembly language. In the high level language, we have three categories: third generation, fourth generation, as well as the fifth generation. But if we see in the book, we have only two generations, that is third and the fourth generation computers. About this flowchart or about the computer languages, we will see in the next very class. Thank you all, and your class assignment will be read the lesson so far what we have and draw the diagram of the computer languages which you have in the book. Thank you all.